It didn't start as something scary. At first, I thought my phone was broken, because every photo I took was slightly wrong. Not blurry, not dark, just wrong in a way I couldn't explain. And then I noticed the pattern. There was always someone behind me. In every single picture. I live alone. Completely alone. No roommates. No guests. No family visiting. Just me in a small apartment on the edge of the city. So the idea that someone was standing behind me didn't make any sense. I checked my locks that same night. Front door, windows, balcony, everything. Nothing was open. Everything was exactly how I left it. The first photo was an accident. I wasn't even trying to take a picture. I just opened my camera app while unlocking my phone, and my thumb hit the shutter. That's it. One random photo. I looked at it right away. It was my bedroom. Messy bed. Dim light. Normal. Almost boring. But something in the background made me zoom in. There was a shadow behind me, standing near the door frame. Completely still. Not clearly human, but shaped like one. I immediately turned around in real life. Nothing was there. Just my empty room. Same walls. Same furniture. Same silence. I told myself it was a glitch. Maybe motion blur. Maybe compression error. Maybe my phone camera bugging out. That felt logical, at least at first. So I deleted the photo and stopped thinking about it. The next day, it happened again. Another accidental photo, this time in the kitchen. Same apartment, same lighting, different angle. But again, someone was behind me. This time I didn't delete it immediately. I just stared at the image, zooming in, zooming out, trying to find an explanation. But the more I looked, the worse it got. Because the figure was closer than before, much closer, like it had moved between the first photo and the second. I checked my apartment again. Every room, every corner, every reflection. Nothing. No one was there. But when I went back to my phone, there was a new photo. And I didn't take it. It was already saved. 3:13 a.m. That timestamp kept showing up on every new photo, even when I wasn't taking them. At first I thought it was some kind of sync bug. Maybe cloud backup glitching. Maybe metadata corruption. But that explanation stopped making sense fast, because the photos started appearing when my phone was locked. No camera open. No accidental taps. Nothing. Just notifications. New photo saved. New photo saved. New photo saved. I opened the latest one immediately. My hands were shaking a little. This time, it was my hallway. The camera angle was slightly tilted, like it was taken from my chest height. And the figure was there again. But now it wasn't near the door. It was inside the hallway, closer to the bedroom, closer than before. I checked the hallway immediately. Nothing. Same empty apartment, same silence. But when I turned back to my phone, another photo appeared. This time it wasn't hours apart. It was minutes, sometimes seconds. Every new photo showed the same thing, but closer, always closer. I started deleting them again, but it didn't help. They came back anyway. Then something changed. One of the photos wasn't from my apartment anymore. It was from outside. Street view, night, empty road. And I was standing in the middle of it, back turned to the camera. But the figure was behind me again, right behind me. I didn't remember going outside at all. That entire night was blank, like someone cut it out of my memory. I sat down on the floor, just staring at the screen, trying to piece it together logically, but nothing fit anymore. Then I got a new photo, but this one was different. No background, no apartment, no street, just darkness, and the figure, standing directly behind me, close enough that I could almost feel it. But the worst part, I was smiling in the photo, and I don't remember taking that picture at all. I don't remember taking that picture, but I couldn't stop staring at it, because the smile didn't look normal. It looked forced, like someone told me to smile, and the figure behind me was clearer than ever before. Still blurry around the edges, still distorted, but definitely human-shaped. That night, I turned my phone completely off. Not sleep mode. Actually off. I even wrapped it in a blanket and shoved it into a kitchen drawer. I know that sounds insane, but by then, I didn't want that camera pointed at me anymore. The apartment felt different now, smaller somehow, like the walls were too close together. Every room felt watched. I barely slept. Every little sound kept waking me up. Pipes, floor creaks, the elevator somewhere down the hall. At some point I checked the time, 3:11 a.m., and for some reason, that terrified me, because I already knew what time came next. 2 minutes later, I heard my phone vibrate from inside the kitchen drawer, even though it was powered off. I froze immediately. The vibration happened again, and again, like rapid notifications. I didn't want to check it. But eventually, I opened the drawer. The phone screen was already on. Camera app open. New photo saved. I tapped the image slowly, and my stomach dropped instantly. The photo showed my bedroom, taken only seconds earlier. I could see myself asleep in bed. But that wasn't the worst part. The figure wasn't standing behind me anymore. It was leaning over my bed, looking directly down at me while I slept. Its face was still blurred, but the body looked wrong. Too thin, too long, like its arms bent incorrectly, like the proportions weren't human anymore. And then I noticed something else. The photo was still moving, very slightly, almost like a live image. I watched the figure twitch once, then its head slowly turned toward the camera, toward me. I dropped the phone instantly and ran into the bedroom. The room was empty. No figure, no movement, nothing, but my bed sheets were still moving slightly, like someone had just climbed off the bed. Then my phone camera flash went off by itself behind me, and I heard the shutter sound. Right next to my ear. The camera shutter went off right beside my ear. I spun around immediately. Nothing was there. Just my phone lying on the bedroom floor. Screen facing upward. Camera app still open. And another new photo processing. I didn't even want to look at it anymore. But I already knew I was going to. That's the worst part about fear. Eventually curiosity always wins. So I picked up the phone slowly. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped it again. Then I opened the photo. At first I didn't understand what I was looking at. The image was almost completely dark. Just heavy grain, static, distortion. Then my eyes adjusted, and I realized the camera was facing me. Not from across the room, not from the doorway, from directly behind my shoulder. Like someone was standing inches away from me while taking the picture. And in the photo, I was staring directly into the camera, eyes wide open, like I already knew something was behind me. But the figure wasn't blurry anymore. Not completely. For the first time, I could actually see part of its face. Or at least, something shaped like a face. Pale skin, sunken features, a mouth stretched too wide, and eyes that looked completely black in the photo. Not empty, focused, looking directly at me through the screen. Then something moved behind me in the image. Not the figure. The room itself. I watched the bedroom door inside the photo slowly begin to close. But in real life, my bedroom door was still open, completely open. I kept staring at the image, and a few seconds later, the door inside the photo slammed shut. At the exact same moment, my real bedroom door slammed behind me. I ran instantly, didn't think, didn't stop. I grabbed my keys and sprinted out of the apartment barefoot. I remember hearing my phone camera going off repeatedly behind me. Again. 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 Like someone was taking dozens of pictures inside the apartment. I never went back there alone. A few days later, I came back with police. The apartment was empty. No signs of forced entry. No hidden cameras. Nothing unusual. Except for one thing. My phone gallery was completely empty. Every photo was gone, including normal pictures, birthdays, friends, everything. But sometimes, usually around 3:13 a.m., my phone screen turns on by itself, and for a split second, I see a new photo appear in the gallery. Just one image. Always blurry, always dark, and every time, the figure is a little closer to the camera.